Planning new adventures as a new year approaches is always a thrill, but finding the best places to visit in 2022 is unique. After 2 years of border closures, cruise cancellations, and travel restrictions galore, 2022 is the year we hope to get back. This was the year of getting back out there as vaccines became readily available in the spring and borders opened slowly throughout the summer and fall. Our travel calendars began to fill up once again. In this video, we will discuss the top 10 best places to visit 2022. Before we go any further, remember to smash that like button. Also, please subscribe to our channel if you have not done that yet. Number 10. Belize. Just when we thought things couldn't get any better, Belize opened up a world of Central American jungles, water adventures, and Mayan culture. If you're a fan of offbeat adventures, Belize may just be what you're looking for. Nestled between Mexico and Guatemala, the tiny country boasts of pristine beaches, warm weather all year round, and the world-renowned Blue Hole. Belize is a nation on the eastern coast of Central America, with Caribbean Sea shorelines to the east and dense jungle to the west. Offshore, the massive Belize Barrier Reef, dotted with hundreds of low-lying islands called cays, hosts rich marine life. Belize's jungle areas are home to Mayan ruins like Caracol, renowned for its towering pyramid. Number 9. São Tomé and Príncipe. The chances of you having heard of São Tomé and Príncipe before this list came out are minuscule. Composed of 2 islands, it is the second smallest African country with a population of only 190,000 people. The duo of far-flung islands that is São Tomé and Príncipe is hardly Africa's best-known tourist destination. Nor is the tiny country the most glaringly of African places. For starters, the whole spot is Portuguese-speaking. And then there's the colonial feel of the towns and villages, which use the character of the New World more than that of Sub-Sahara. However, there's still a vibrant approach to life that's undeniably African, not to mention a kitchen of spiced fish cuts and banana pap porridge that straddles the culinary traditions of both East and West. Number 8. Belarus. Belarus has recently emerged as one of Europe's hottest travel destinations. With relaxed visa requirements, an impressive ensemble of cafes, and a rocking nightlife, it barely comes as a surprise. At first glance, Belarus may not sound like the most exciting of destinations, but if you look closely there is much to see and do in this landlocked country. As over 40% of the country is forest, expect lush vegetation and picturesque countryside, as well as an abundance of local wildlife including rare European bison. You can take a trip back in time at the numerous forts and castles in Belarus, as well as keep up with the more modern side of things in the buzzing capital city of Minsk. Number 7. Indonesia. Of course. Remain on the top 10 list for a long time. Often when people think of Indonesia, all that comes to mind is Bali. Comprising of over 17,000 islands, there's so much more to the country. Indonesia is home to more than 20% of the world's coral reefs. A land gifted with pristine beaches, exotic water villas on serene islands, vibrant tribes, and their cultural ethos. There are many surreal places in Indonesia, and together, they offer a mix of outlandish island wonders and spine-chilling adventures. Here's a list of the most beautiful places in Indonesia, covering islands, beaches, and lakes for the water babies, national parks for wildlife lovers, active volcano sites for adventurous souls, and places for city explorers. Number 6. Jordan. Surrounded by countries like Syria, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Israel is the nation of Jordan. Although it is clearly in the heart of the Middle East, Jordan can feel more liberal, progressive, and safe than some of its neighbors. As a result, it is the ideal destination for those who want to explore this part of the world. A trip to Jordan offers the chance to visit ancient cities, admire magnificent granite cliffs, see secluded deserts, and even swim in the Dead Sea. In the day, take a tour of the sand dunes and pyramids from the back of a camel. In the evening, you can take a walk under the desert stars or learn a few traditional dance moves. Number 5. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is one of the largest and stunning countries in Central Asia. Adorned with breathtaking topography, Kyrgyzstan is known for a lot of outdoor enthralling activities, making it a heaven for adventure enthusiasts. The places to visit in Kyrgyzstan are gorgeous and even make up for the best honeymoon destinations. Slightly offbeat as compared to other Asian countries, it is a hidden gem that should not be missed out on. What is also special about Kyrgyzstan is that it still preserves and values centuries-old nomadic traditions. If you love mountains and the outdoors, and you're interested in learning more about the nomadic lifestyle of Central Asia, then you'll love traveling to this country. It's one of the few off-the-beaten-path countries where you can still get a taste of the authentic nomadic culture. Number 4. Panama. Despite the hundreds of kilometers of coastline on both the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean, it is a narrow little country packed with coffee farms, rainforests, beaches, and all you could wish for if you're looking for a tropical escapade. Panama ranks 6th on the Happy Planet Index, which means that the country is doing an excellent job at making sure its citizens achieve long, happy, sustainable lives. Panama's small geographic area packs in a diverse range of landscapes, interesting towns and cities, and a myriad of vacation possibilities. Beautiful beaches and islands can be found along both the Pacific and Caribbean coasts, and the mountainous interior is home to coffee plantations, small towns, waterfalls, wildlife, and some wonderful hiking trails. In Panama City, you'll find a modern metropolis with shopping, dining, and an assortment of attractions and things to do, including the country's most famous site, the Panama Canal. Number 3. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a curious beast. Ravaged by wars and civil strife, it had a particularly tumultuous exit from the age of European colonialism in Africa. And while there are still lingering human rights complaints and authoritarian tendencies in the government here, the consensus is that those dangers are slowly but surely subsiding. That means Zimbabwe is once again entering the safari fold and beginning to re-magnetize intrepid travelers with the promise of its Inselberg-studded backcountry, its teak forests, and cypress-spattered hills. With its rugged eastern highlands, where curious monkeys huddle against the cold breezes, and its deep caves and underground riverways. Of course, there are some mainstream attractions, not least of all the roaring wonder of Victoria Falls and the up-and-coming metropolis of Harare, certainly one to watch. So, if you're feeling adventurous and ready to throw caution to the wind, it's worth considering this lost jewel of the African South for sure. Number 2. Germany. History, culture, and natural beauty perhaps best describe the essence of vacationing in Germany. With its many historic cities and small towns, along with an abundance of forests and mountains, visitors are spoiled for choice when it comes to choosing a unique place to visit. Those wanting to sightsee or experience the arts should head to the metropolitan areas such as Munich, Frankfurt, or Hamburg. For those looking for recreational activities, consider a visit to places such as the Bavarian Alps, the Black Forest, or the Rhine Valley. Lovely old cathedrals and grand palaces are everywhere, and in the smaller towns and villages, some with their original medieval old towns still intact, many centuries-old traditions, including traditional Christmas markets, festivals, and fairs, continue to this day. At the cultural heart of Germany is the capital, Berlin, home to many fine museums and galleries, while nature lovers will find a world of possibilities in Germany's great outdoors. Number 1. Sri Lanka. Full of romantic landscapes, stirring mountains, lush green tea gardens and golden beaches, the island nation of Sri Lanka is nothing short of magnificent. The country has no shortage of beautiful, awe-inspiring spots, natural, historic, and cultural, each more picture-perfect than the next. From soulful Buddhist monasteries and temples to exotic and impeccable spots rarely explored, Sri Lanka offers everything that makes your escape a memorable one. That's all for today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Comment below which place you like the most and why. Thanks for watching.